Meet Mrs. King, an 84-year-old widow living alone in Houston, relying entirely on federal food benefit SNAP just to survive. But the issue is, she received a letter mid-year saying that her benefit had been stopped randomly. The reason? Agency error, or to say simply, error from the state side in benefit processing. This is a real story, but this is not just an individual story. 42 million people across the US rely on SNAP, and 1 in 8 of them lose their benefits early. On the other side, $140 billion in federal benefits remain unclaimed every year. So both retention and enrollment are equally crucial problems because of fragmented, complex system. And this problem right now is more critical than ever because of the One Big Beautiful Bill passed in July 2025. Under that bill, US states with high error rates in benefit processing are going to be penalized heavily, and that cost ranges from hundreds of millions of dollars to up to $1 billion for a state every single year. And across the US, that is an over $12 billion cost in our tax money. This is where Benefit Flow comes in. Benefit Flow is an end-to-end federal benefits processing platform that uses modern workflow automation technology and machine learning algorithms to eliminate errors and complexity across the entire life cycle of screening, application, and renewal. We integrate within the existing systems, pull in the data, and screen every single member for qualifying benefits, as you can see on the screen. For qualifying members, we then move on to application. We help apply with AI-assisted pre-filling, so manual errors are reduced, plus a human review option is available, so case managers can review applications if required. Finally, for renewal, our system auto-detects every single renewal deadline and then handles the entire renewal checklist automatically, so nobody loses benefits early. This system that you are seeing right now is a working prototype that we have built iteratively based on customer and mentor feedback and beneficiary interviews. We will sell our solution directly to the US states. The state agencies are our economic buyers, and the case managers within them are the users. But we do not have to go through the long budget approval timelines because we fit in their existing budget. We reduce their existing error cost and take a 15% of that savings. So we are in the percent of savings revenue model. Our go-to-market strategy is to target rural health initiatives first because they are the root of this problem, and most of them are state funded. So when we validate return on investment through them, the states catch the attention and our doors open to work with the states themselves. We will take a bottom-up approach when capturing the market. Over the next 2 years, we plan to work with 2 rural health initiatives across Mississippi, and through our network, we already have meetings lined up with some rural health initiatives in the state. Working with just 2 of them, we can make $200,000 per year in revenue. The serviceable addressable market that we are targeting for the next 5 years is to work with the state of Mississippi and saving them hundreds of millions of dollars. We make $10 million every year. And the total addressable market across the US is $1.5 billion per year. Our competition in this space are mainly FindHelp and Unite Us, but both of them are limited to just referral-based platforms. So they refer people, but they neither help with enrollment nor renewal. They are also not catering to the demand created by the One Big Beautiful Bill penalty, which we are. And then there are those existing state portals, outdated and fragmented, but we do not replace the legacy systems, we integrate on top of them as a smart layer. I, Om Nepal, having worked as a founding engineer at a health tech startup based out of Nashville, Tennessee, bring the startup experience along with the healthcare network, and my co-founder Mukesh Paudel leads our tech due to his AI and automation engineering experience, and he comes from a public health advocacy background. Together, we are also part of Mississippi Department of IT's AI Innovation Hub program, through which we plan to demo our prototype to state officials over the summer. We are also Checkpoint funded to attend the largest rural health conference in the US, where we will meet stakeholders and demonstrate our business. Finally, right now is the perfect time for us to enter the market because just recently, $50 billion in funding has been passed for rural health initiatives to advance technology and administration, which is exactly what we do. And more importantly, the one big beautiful bill has created a multi-billion-dollar financial crisis, and the states are actively looking to solve that problem, which we do. So thank you. We are Benefit Flow. As I mentioned, our revenue model is a percent of savings revenue model. So before we planned a B2B subscription fee, but we have had multiple meetings with like mentors and rural health executives, and they suggested us that since like procurement for new budget is such a long time, and for government contracts the sales cycle is so long that adding more budget for our subscription fee is almost impossible. So we are taking the percent of savings revenue model because we go to the state, show our platform, show them that we can save them millions of dollars, and we'll just take a percent of that, and it's easier to convince them. So that's why we have a percent of savings revenue model right now.
So the more you save, the more you make.
Yes.
To add on to that, based on market research and what the competitors are doing, we're going with 15% right now.
So we will sell to the US states, so the state agencies. The platform that we saw is being seen by the case managers within the state agencies. Right now, as we talked about, the system is so fragmented and complex that state managers, like case managers, have to juggle like 10 different platforms. So we are integrating all of that into our system. So we just pull the data from the existing platforms and do all the processing within our platform, and then the case managers just have to see our platform now. But we are also not replacing the existing systems because it is difficult to go to the state and say that just replace your entire platform and use our platform. So we're just adding one layer on top of the existing layer.
The data interconnections with the other systems, that work's done, or you have a plan for that? Or?
Yes, so how it works is the existing platforms can just call benefitflow.us, which is our platform, using an API, and we'll just pull in the data, and we'll host that in a HIPAA compliant server that Amazon AWS provides. So we don't even have to deal with privacy ourselves, because since we know this is such a sensitive topic, we're not handling privacy ourselves, but we're just using a third party of Amazon AWS, which is like a proven service, and it has a HIPAA compliant server, which we are going to use. So the first thing was, we talked about the pivot we made about the revenue model was the main one, and the other one was the human review aspect of it. So before, around in 2020, 2019 is, they have tried automation technology, but what they tried was to remove the entire human aspect of it. So they tried to remove everything with automation, but it did not work out. The errors went up, the fraud claims went up, so they had to completely scrap it. So that's why we are having a human review aspect, and we'll train our algorithms in such a way that if any fraudulent or error claims, or we know that this is a complex case, then our platform can automatically flag that a human review is required, and the case managers will just review it. So the manual errors of like going through complex cases is also reduced. Thank you so much.